What's up, guys? I'm not gonna use my camera to record this video because I ran out of battery and I forgot to buy batteries because I am the smartest person in the world. But I did try to include the poster, so it's right there. You can see a little bit of it. Whatevs. Today's video is actually, one of my subscribers gave me the idea of doing this video and I thought it was a pretty good idea. Might be kind of interesting. So the topic is my favorite video game trailers. I don't want to say ever or of all time or anything like that because I tried really hard to remember some of the best video game trailers and I obviously couldn't remember like all of them, and the ones that I did remember are mostly for like Xbox, just because I kind of like Xbox video game trailers more than like say Nintendo, because Nintendo they usually tend to like show more gameplay, and in like Xbox they show like cinematic type of trailer. I don't know about PlayStation. I think PlayStation's kind of like Xbox too, but I don't have a PlayStation. Anyways, most of these are based off of like cinematics. I mean, I like to see trailers with gameplay, but I don't like when it's just pure gameplay because then it's like, okay, that looks cool, you know? But in my opinion, what gets you really pumped to to play a game, at least for me, is when you see like the cinematics. This gets you like, oh my god. I mean, you know that that's probably not going to be in the game, and that's not how it looks like, but it just gets you pumped. And then the music, oh. So I based most of that on why I love these trailers. And then I'm also going to talk about the trailers. I'm going to throw in like 3 trailers. I think it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 3 trailers. 3 trailers that I liked, but the video game sucked. Oh, and also all these trailers are games that already came out. None of these, I didn't include any of the trailers where the games haven't come out. I'll do that in another one. So I just wanted to do video game trailers for games that already came out. Whoosh! That's when I'm high on caffeine. So I tried to come up with like an even number. Actually, it is an even number, but it's a weird number to come up with. I came up with 8, I think. 1, 2, yeah, 8 trailers that I like. I tried to come up with 10, but then I was like, you know what, this is going to be really long if I come up with 10. So, yeah, I have 8. Number 1 is my favorite, and number 8, you know, so from 8 down are getting better and better and better. Bioshock 2. I loved this trailer. It was kind of creepy. Didn't really mean to be creepy, but it was creepy, especially with the little sister that was like her eyes were glowing, and then just you know, being able to see that you're gonna be in control. Boink, 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 boink. Just seeing that you're gonna be able to be in control of the big daddies. It just looked so cool. I thought Bioshock 1 was a better game than Bioshock 2, but Bioshock 2 had a really cool trailer. I think it was better than Bioshock 1. Bioshock 1 was a very good trailer, but Bioshock 2 I think was a lot better. Next is Halo 3. Halo 3 had such a cool trailer, and one of my favorite things about the trailer was those 2 little kids that were just lying in the grass and just like talking about the stars and how whoever was up there was probably wondering about them down here, and then it just like goes to Master Chief, and Master Chief's like putting his helmet on, and he could hear like an echo of the little kid's voice. I loved that. Now, you guys know that I have tried the Halo games, but I haven't like actually beat any of the Halo games. I saw my brother beat Halo 3, so I guess this is one of those games where I think I'm more excited about seeing Halo than actually playing it. I have a problem with the whole aiming thing and it being first person. I'm just like walking, right? And then I have to shoot something and I'm like, I don't know why I just can't aim. Because I'm a freaking idiot. Next is Batman Arkham Asylum. This trailer was so cool. I got so excited when I saw this trailer. It had a mix of cinematics and gameplay, which is pretty cool because it gets you pumped and at the same time it gives you a feel of how the game is going to be. Yeah, Batman Arkham Asylum was so cool, especially because you got to hear the voices, you got to hear the Joker, and you were like, oh my god, Mark Hamill is back to do the Joker from the animated series. And then Batman was also the voice of the animated series, and I was just so excited when I heard that. I was like, oh my god, I'm such a nerd. This next trailer I loved. I mean, it's not even like super great, but I loved the song. I loved the feel of it, and it's almost all gameplay, I think. It's all from the game, taken from the game. It's not like cinematics that were never in the game. It's all just from the game. And even though the cinematics aren't like, oh wow, that was great. No, it was just the feeling of the trailer just made you get I saw this trailer so many times because I was so pumped to play this game, and that's Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, they had a few trailers out for Grand Theft Auto, but my favorite one, the one that I'm talking about, I think they sometimes call it Grand Theft Auto 4 Trailer 4. It was the last trailer that they released. I think they also call it the final trailer. But the way that it starts, and it was so cool. I love the way that it starts. I was just like, you know when you get goosebumps? That's how I felt when I saw it. I was like, oh. In the number 4 slot is Mass Effect 2. The Mass Effect 2 trailer was great. And there was maybe like 3 or, I think there was like 3 or 4 trailers. And then of course not including like the actual character trailers that they had. But this one, I think it was just called the launch trailer. This trailer, the one thing that I love mostly about it is the music. I love the music that damn, getting violent. See what Mass Effect does to me? But yeah, that trailer got me so excited because of the music, and then my favorite part, is when it's the last battle with the Reaper, where you're Shepard sliding down like a piece of metal, and in this case it's Tally also, and Tally's like almost gonna fall off, and that's when Shepard like reaches out to grab her, and he yells Tally. I was like, melty. That was awesome. I loved that part. That got me so excited. This trailer was one of those occasions that I was just like dying to play the game. I would lay in my bed and just cry because I was like, why did they do this to me? Don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. At the number 3 spot, we've got Dragon Age Origins. Now, there were a few trailers for Dragon Age Origins, and I didn't like all of them just because they put that, like, annoying heavy metal music to it. I was just like, why did they do that? I mean, okay, yeah, whenever you put, like, huge battle scenes in a trailer, they usually go kind of well with, like, heavy metal music. But I don't like when they do that because it just makes the game seem different. Like the feeling of the game, especially if you've played Dragon Age Origins, it doesn't feel at all like heavy metal. Like it just like that didn't fit. The trailer that I'm talking about though is the one, I think they also call it the music video trailer. And it wasn't so much of a music video, it was more like a trailer because they used a trailer that had already been released. And it's more like a trailer, not a music video, but it's the one with the band 30 Seconds to Mars, I think it's called. It's called This Is War. That trailer was one of my favorites. I watched that trailer so many times, and I would show people the trailer, even people that didn't even like video games. I was like, you have to see this, and they would like. And I was like losing my mind, right? I was like, why aren't you screaming? What the hell is wrong with you? Another one of those moments. I think my top 3 were the ones that gave me goosebumps. So Dragon Age Origins. The next one is Assassin's Creed. The first Assassin's Creed trailer was so good. I loved that trailer. And I still love it. Like, I could still go back and watch it, and I'm like, oh my god, when is this game gonna come out? That was a really good trailer. I loved that trailer. I mean, especially the way it ends. Oh man, that was so cool. Like, he's caught like up against a wall, and the soldiers are like right there, like gonna kill him or whatever, and he's just like up against this big huge gate, like a wooden gate, and then all of a sudden you hear the bell rings, and these monk dudes come out, and he just like disappears in amongst them. Number one is okay. I don't think a video game trailer will ever top this game. At least it hasn't topped it yet, in my opinion. Because I love this trailer. I still go back to it, and I still think it's awesome. And not so much because I love the game. I love the game, but I just thought they did such a great job on this trailer. Gears of War, the first Gears of War trailer, the one with the song Mad World on it. Oh, that was so good. I love that's number one. That's number one. It beats all of these other trailers because that was just such a great trailer. And see, that's another thing that I'm talking about. Video games that have like crazy fights and gore and all that. You don't always have to put it to heavy metal music. I mean, look at the song that they put Gears of War with. Mad World. It's like this slow paced song. It's like more emotional than like adrenaline, but it fit perfectly. I like when they do that more than when they put like heavy metal music and stuff like that. Now, all the trailers that I just named were games that I like. With the exception of Halo 3, I did play all of them. And I loved, and in all of these, I loved the trailer, and I also really enjoyed the game. Some more than others. Mass Effect, Dragon Age, those were some of my favorites. Batman, Grand Theft Auto. But when it comes down to like Assassin's Creed, don't get me wrong, I love the Assassin's Creed series, but the first Assassin's Creed wasn't, and the storyline was good, but the missions were very repetitive. And that's one thing that I was like it was the same type of mission just for a different person or a different character that you had to assassinate. It was just the same repetitive type of mission. So that's the only thing that I didn't like about Assassin's Creed, the first one. But these are all games that I enjoy.